Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing some gardening work and I'm going to tell you about some potting soil slash mix of some sort. So let me give you a little bit of background. This year we tried to grow some vegetables from seed and we used this potting soil. Now it did work, they did sprout, but I noticed something that when I put some of those seeds in the garden beds, they actually came up and they were like a deeper blue color and a deeper dark green blue color. But when I used just the potting soil, they were very pale. So even though this has some fertilizer built into it, it really wasn't feeding the soil very well or feeding the plants very well. So what I'm doing today is I'm actually mixing this potting soil with some of this topsoil. I put about a half of the bag and it's already in here. So I mixed about a half a bag of topsoil and about the same amount of this potting soil in here. And the reason I'm doing that is the topsoil has life in it and the potting soil is very sterile. So there's no real bacteria or anything in there. Sorry, just adjusting the camera. There's no really bacteria or anything in there that's really gonna break down the mulch and everything. But the potting soil is very what's the word? It's loose, so the water drains very well, but the topsoil has a lot of these looks like clay balls in it. So what I mixed it really good. I've broken down the really big chunks of clay because in one of the garden beds I use that topsoil, very clay, and that bed is struggling the most still because I wasn't really able to mix it up with anything to loosen it up. That was also the bed that was already a lot of clay and it was a very short bed, so I didn't put a lot of soil that's very penetrable, I guess. So I'm going to be working on that one with I'm going to try putting aerate and RGS on that bed and see if that also helps the water to penetrate better into the clay soil there and work its way in. But for these, I'm mixing this because we're going to be putting it into these Dollar Tree stackable planters for our little herb garden. And on top of that, I added wood ash from the fireplace, about a cup, and it's already been mixed in. And you can kind of see the potting soil, the benefits. It has some of the perlite already mixed into it. You can see the little white flecks all over. That's the ashes from the soil, from the fireplace. So that will add some more minerals back into the soil. And I think when I looked it up, it said that what's it called? Wood ashes tend to be a little bit more rich in calcium, but it'll have other minerals in it too. But probably more so calcium. We'll see if that helps. It seems to help with the other beds. Everything in the garden is growing really good. I'll give you a garden tour too in another video. But we're gonna just work on this soil. And in addition, I'm trying something new. So I'm trying now. This is called. Let me see if you can see it better. Chicken poo. Right here. There we go. Chicken poo. These are from Menards. All these soils were from Menards. But I'm going to add in 2 cups right here. 2 cups of this chicken poo. I'm going to add into the soil. It smells like poo. Kind of like, Milorganite and all that stuff. So I'm going to add it in. And I will give it a big stir, a good mix in after I finish recording because I don't want to get my hands dirty right now with some gloves. And then we're going to try planting it into this. So if you want to see the results of this combination, please follow the channel and I'll post a video later when we plant some seeds. And there's some already that are sprouted not sprouted, but plants that we already bought from the store that are already growing. We're going to add them in here too. This is going to be herbs. So we're going to be planting parsley, cilantro, oregano maybe, sage, a bunch of other things, and we're just gonna see how it goes. This is our first time trying it, and we're gonna see how it goes. But let me tell you about this a little bit. What we did with this is I drilled a hole right down the middle, and this was a little bit difficult because these are pretty fragile. And I started with a really big bit that will be able to hold one of the posts that we use in the garden right down the hole, in the middle of the hole. And I also drilled, you know, these, they have like punch outs on the sides. So I just took a drill and drilled right through the punch outs, small one, just so that it has some drainage. And this middle one is going to be for stacking them on the pole so that it stays put and doesn't fall over in the garden. And anyways, if you want to see how this turns out with this soil mixture, like I said, give me a follow, please. And you know, if you like this, if you've used chicken poo, please let me know how your experience is. This is a little bit more info about this, I guess I haven't given you yet. A little bit more info about this chicken poo fertilizer. Its analysis is, I don't know if you can read this, but it's a 243, and it also has 8% calcium. So this is a little bit more calcium too, I guess. And you know, it doesn't burn. It's kind of like Milorganite, but it does have a bit more potassium in it. So, or it's phosphorus. KPHP is for phosphorus. So it has more phosphorus in it, so that should help with the rooting and the flowering of the plants and stuff. So pretty good for the garden. They do apparently make a blend that's just like for tomatoes and other stuff like garden plants. And from the video I saw about that, it was a bit bigger. This is pretty fine, and it's meant for being dispersed on the lawn as fertilizer. You can use it wherever you want to use it. It works for all plants, and it did have instructions for how much to add in the garden. It did say about a cup for like a 10-inch square planter. This is about maybe 2 of those or something, so I did put 2 cups in, and we'll see how it goes. So anyways, thank you for checking out this video, and let me know your thoughts if you use like a chicken poo or if you use some kind of other poo-based fertilizer for your garden. And apparently you can also mix this into tea. Like put it in water and let it steep for 24 hours, and then you can water your plants with it too. Anyways, that's my final thought now. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.